Hello everybody, my name is Willem. Welcome to LRDX Cars. Today I'm at Motorworld here in Munich, nearby Munich in Germany, to check out all the cool cars and sports cars and oldtimers that are located here in the Motorworld in Munich. They constantly change the cars that are on display. So if you are nearby Munich, come check them out. The display constantly changes, and also there are a lot of car dealerships here, like Ferrari, McLaren. They all have their own dealership here and service point. So of course a lot of new sports cars as well. And if you are here as well, grab a bite at Schnitzers, because they have very good burgers here. If we're walking further, on the outside there are also a lot of sports cars, I think, that are for sale or that need service, like the 720S and the 570S Spider, also a coupe version, another 720. And if we found ourselves to the inside here at Motorworld, you can see all the cool cars displayed. I'm gonna first off show you the Bugatti dealership, and I think also a bit of workshop. There are two Cheyrons here on the inside, also a Bugatti EB 110. I think also the Super Sport version, because it has a wing on the back. I will show you the back also. Then if we're looking at the back of the Bugattis, you can see the EB 110 with the cover. The rear is a bit visible. Then the Cheyron, you can see the whole rear partial, or the whole rear shelf is put off, and the spoiler. I think that they can work on the engine that way and do some service. Then see this very cool safari car, 911, totally rebuilt with a spare tire even on top, with the fog lights in front. Very cool, even the special horns. I think it went on a lot of different rallies already. You can see this M240 BMW with X-Drive. It's a quite new car. A little preview of what the next M2 car will be. You can see on the inside also a very beautiful BMW. I think it's the Z1. Also the first M-series BMW. And if we're looking inside the Ferrari showroom, you can see some old Ferraris, and here in front a new Ferrari 458 Speciale, very cool car. Also a Ferrari Roma, it's parked out, very cool. I think Grigio Silverstone color. For standing in front of the McLaren dealership, you can see a special McLaren. I think it was the special 650 GT edition or the 650R edition, special track version. Then if we can maybe zoom in a bit, you can see a McLaren Speedtail. For me also the first time to see McLaren Speedtail. It's getting serviced here. Also a 720 in the air, another 650, and a white 675 LT, the coupe version, I think, in front of the Speedtail. It's nice to check out cars when they are on the ramps. They're placed a bit higher than a lot of cars undercover, and this 720S with a special livery on. We can hear the sound of a McLaren GT that's driving next to this beautifully orange 675 LT. A cool AMG GT C Roadster. And then this special anniversary edition of the Lamborghini Aventador, the LP720-4. I think it was a 50-year anniversary. That's why maybe the 50 is on the back. Very big exhaust in the middle, a bit dusty. I've been standing here for a while, I think. Somebody come and drive this car. Very cool. The interior matches with the exterior. Very popping yellow color. Then we're standing in front of the Bugatti showroom here, where they have a two-tone Chiron on the inside with blue and black, and of course also a Veyron on the outside. I think it's the Veyron Vitesse version from the Supersport, but then the drop top where you can put the roof off. It's a convertible. I think it's one of the fastest convertibles that you can buy. Very cool to see in real life. This cool silver spec. I'll quickly go around them. If we take a closer look to this beautiful Bugatti Veyron Vitesse, the Spider version of the Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Very cool silver color, the full glazed roof and the silver wheels. Special Vitesse design also on the wheels. And if you come to the front, see the beautiful horseshoe grille in front with the Bugatti logo. Also the extra air intakes, that the air can directly go to the radiators to cool the car. Extra cooling on the side of the car. I think this Bugatti Veyron Vitesse had 1200 horsepower, about 200 more than the standard Veyron. I think about 1500 Newton meters of torque. I think the top speed of this roadster car will be about 430 kilometers. You can drive with the roof off. It's quite immense, I think. Then we also have this beautiful Chiron on the inside. Beautiful blue and black combination with the C that separates it. The C from Chiron that comes also in the interior. Very cool, fully silver wheels. And the silver stripe that separates the colors. Nice tan interior on this car. For standing in front of the Chiron, you can see the very aggressive front of the car, with even the air intakes next to the front lights. There you can see the big grille, also the horseshoe, all the air intakes. Very cool, the tan interior. Then you also have the engine here displayed. Very cool, very big engine, the W16 engine that they put in the Chiron with 4 turbos on it. A massive engine. I don't think that they will put it in the next car because of emissions, of course, but that's why the Chiron will always be a special car. Then we're standing in front of another almost hypercar, the latest new Ford GT. This one in a special livery also, where they left some of the parts like the front unpainted, that you can see the carbon fiber of the car, because all the panels of the car are of course in carbon fiber, because it's a very light car. They left some parts unpainted that you can actually see it. Very cool. Also the interior is a red Alcantara interior. The latest new Ford GT has a special EcoBoost V6 engine in it, which will produce, I think, about 700 horsepower. We'll quickly go around the car. A very cool headlight design of the new Ford GT, which I quite like myself. Then the front lip is also full carbon. Very nice. Of course, like I said, everything is carbon, but I really like the carbon. Extra air intakes. Very big intake to the cooler. And if we go further, see also the mirrors exposed in carbon. The back of the number also. Very cool racing seats with the red pedals on the car. Then if we'll go to the side of the car, you see the full carbon side skirt also. And then something very cool about the new Ford GT is that you can see almost right through the car. You can see that all the airflow can float through the car to help it stay planted on the road. You also see the opening of the cooling and then the full carbon spoiler. Very cool. And we have this sort of resto-mod Porsche 911, very cool, full restoration, and of course some new parts put on, like the headlights. Very cool, a little bit like the Ruf we saw in another video. If you haven't checked that out, go check that video out. Ruf is also a resto-mod company. They are trying to give the outside look of a old Porsche turbo, but everything is actually brand new on it. Something I also noticed is this very cool Porsche that is put above a Volkswagen van from in the good old days. Very cool, the Volkswagen van that is converted to a transporter with the Porsche Spyder on top. Of course, a lot of storage here. 1, 2, 3, even 4 floors where the cars can be put on. It's very cool. Audi R8, AMG GTR, even I think it's sort of Formula 1 or a Formula 2 car. Very cool to see. Even a police car. I'll walk further. Everywhere it's parked with very cool cars. These old Mercedeses. It's also a special race car from Porsche, I think, the 962. Very cool. Then the back of the Ferrari dealership that we just saw. You can see this very cool old Ferraris. This 208 Ferrari and the back of the Speciale. Some bikes even. It's also a very special Ferrari. I think it's a 575, but then the convertible version. Very cool. Nice bike. Another very beautiful Porsche. This Porsche 991.2 Speedster. You can see the Speedster. And then go a little bit backwards. You can see this special 991.2 Turbo S, the exclusive series. So it's also a car that you don't see that much. Next to it, another very rare Porsche, the Targa Heritage Edition. Next to it, a very cool Ferrari 812. All very cool cars, and even more up in the air, a GT3 RS with a special racing livery on it. Very cool. Front we have a Lotus. Very cool, I think it's a F1 car. And then on the other side is a BMW dealership. It is very cool. BMW, I think it's an M4, but then with all the performance parts put on, like you can see the full carbon spoiler and the new 4 exhausts. I don't know if you guys can see it. Special design, full carbon lip on the outside, even the side skirts, full carbon. The roofing, full carbon. The front spoiler, also full carbon. Placed on the front of the storage, the front of the R8 we just saw. Very cool, it's I think an R8 Performance next to a Benetton Formula 1 car. Very cool. Another AMG GTR that's placed above. Also the roadster version of the AMG GTR. Those were limited, to I think 400-500 cars. Another Lamborghini Aventador. Very cool Aston Martin Vantage. BMW, I think an M3 the latest. Some old Porsches and old Mercedeses. And a very special Ferrari 575, the Super Americana, the roadster version of the V12 Ferrari. Also a very limited run of those. Then the front of the beautiful Porsche 911.2 Speedster, with also the heritage livery. You can see the numbering and the special striping, the tan interior the car has. Then you see the exclusive series Turbo S Porsche and the beautiful gold color. Like I said in the other video of the Turbo S exclusive series, it was a black car, but normally it's in this gold color. Then the special Targa edition, special heritage edition also on that Targa, also with a special numbering, and of course a beautiful A12 and an SLS. If we're walking further, come to the, I think, Lotus side of place where they put all the Lotuses. Also a 718 GT4 and a BMW M2. I think it's a special performance pack on that M2. And a beautiful Porsche 356 Speedster. Then a Donkervoort. For the people who Donkervoort know, it's a company from Holland. Then another Lotus in a very cool green color. Then I think a 997 Speedster, oh no, it's a turbo model. And then the Spider Porsche. We come to the showroom of Alpine with the A110S and also the regular A110. You can spot some of the difference already. Alpine is a very driver-focused car. It's also the Boxster engine placed in the center. Very nice green color. And next to it, you have the Morgan showroom, where they have all the cool Morgan cars. The green one is the Plus 4. Then I would like to thank you guys all for watching. Subscribe to see the second part here of the video at Motorworld here in Munich, and leave a like of course if you like the video, and like I said, do subscribe on the channel because there will be a lot of more supercar videos coming in the future. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.